So you're probably wondering, how does somebody like me with, at the time of recording, 200 Twitter followers and about 7,000 subscribers end up playing in a game with Ugly God, or FaZe Ugly God, the musician Ugly God, however you know him? Ugly God is a great guy. He reached out to me and he was the one that set it up. He wanted to get me in the game. He wanted to get me to play in a clout lobby. He wanted to get me that clout. What more clout could I get than playing in a game with Ugly God, who has 1.1 million Twitter followers? He has, I would hesitate to even state the figure how many views he's got on his music. And I was seeing who my top subscriber was. And when I looked, it said FaZe Ugly God. I'm pretty sure I've heard of Ugly God, but he's a rapper, he's not in FaZe. And then I clicked and his video was about Gears of War. And his video on Gears of War was all about trying to improve the game, was trying to make the game better. He was reminiscing about the good times from Gears 1. And I sat and listened to it and I was like, this guy really gets it. This guy definitely was a Gears 1 OG. Respect for him talking about the Gears scene and respect for him to putting it on YouTube basically as a big content guy. To put that out on YouTube and bring some eyes onto the Gears scene, that's brilliant. And he ended up seeing my tweet and he ended up DMing me and asking if we could play together. And we set up a time where we could play because it's US, UK, and we were playing some games and we decided to get in a bit of a clout lobby. So I was playing with Tristan, I was playing with Notorious, I was playing with Ugly God. We ended up playing against Domes at one point. I even pulled off a 1v3 clutch, which you'll be seeing in this game. And all in all, it was a good time. But it was just a joy to have somebody sort of recognise your work. And somebody as high profile as that, I can't lie, it was really, really nice. Ugly God has seen my videos of where I'm trying to make Gears great, hence the hat. And he said he really enjoyed the long form Gears 1 video, which was like a really long hour plus video about how the Gears of War 1 scene felt to me. And that's what is so, I think, magical about Gears of War, is two people from completely different backgrounds doing completely different things. I'm sat here in my room, you know, researching everything about Gears of War. I'm ordering the hats, I'm doing the memes, I'm trying to make some entertaining videos for the community. And then there's another guy who's blowing up and he's reaching out to me saying, yo, do you want to play a game because you're a Gears bro? And that's what Gears is to me. It's like it's really hard to explain to people that it's a culture. It's a moment in time that if someone else has gone through that moment in time, you just know what that other person has been through. So if somebody tells me, oh, I started out in Gears 3, I immediately know what their experience has been as the franchise. And if somebody comes up to me and they say, yo, I'm an OG Gears 1 player, I'm like, yo, do you remember this? Do you remember this? Oh, remember this thing? Oh, this thing happened. Oh, remember that? Remember that game? Remember doing this? And it's just like it's a big reminisce and it's a big culture. And everybody, I think, that has stayed from Gears 1 and is still continued in the scene, I think has mellowed out a lot and really respects the other people that are still in the scene that have been there since the very beginning. Because these people that made montages, that played the game competitively, that did tips, you know, the content creators, you know, such as myself, or like the montage makers, or, you know, everyone that just helped sort of promote the scene and really try to grow the scene, and they just enjoyed it. No desire to, you know, get fame or anything. It was just, we all had a passion for Gears and we just wanted to show it. We figured out how to record. I learned how to use a DVD recorder. I was recording on discs, posting it on YouTube. People were using Dazzle capture cards when they came out. They were like the hot thing. I never got one of those. I was still a disc user. Probably people watching this video haven't even put a disc in their PC in so long, but that's what I had to do. I had to record the hour footage onto the disc, burn it onto my hard drive, pray that the 1 hour video file could be then imported on my old ass PC, and just try scramble some footage together. And it's just this culture, and it's absolutely brilliant that people from different areas of the world, from different backgrounds, just are like, they're just connected because of Gears. And I just wanted to post this video because, honestly, like, it was an exciting time for me. Playing with somebody like that, and especially what makes it exciting is he's a Gears guy. It's not just, oh, here's me playing with Drake the rapper, like, you know, that I have no real interest in. I do have an interest in Gears, so I've been able to talk about Gears was really good. So we were chatting about, you know, high side, we were chatting about, you know, just, you know, the hatred for the Lancer at the moment. Like, this was pre-patch, and just like, it was getting frustrating, it was sweaty, we all had to ramp it up. At one point we lost a game and we decided to kick it up, and that everyone was calling out and everybody was sweating for the win. And I think that's what makes Gears enjoyable still to me. Listen, the game is not great. I'm not going to sit here and say that PvP is better than Gears 1. For me, it's not. That was the peak of Gears, and we didn't really push forward and improve on it. But that doesn't mean to say that you can't have fun, and I had a blast in these games, and often when I'm playing with my friends, I have a blast in the games, and it's just because you're playing with people you know that have shared the same experience, they've been in Gears 1, they know you personally, they know what you're about, and you can just sit in the game and you can just have a good old time. Now, in honour of FaZe Ugly God's video, I wanted to also chat about Gears in general. So if you haven't seen his video was just very much him explaining what he dislikes about Gears at the moment, what he misses, and in honor of that video, because that's sort of what brought us two together playing, I thought I'd do my own take on it. For me, the first thing I miss is just the overall culture of game chat. So when I played, Xbox party chat didn't exist, and you had to be in game chat or a private chat. Now, often, if you were in a private chat, yeah, there was you and your friend playing Gears, and at this point you wouldn't stack, it would only be 2 people at best, so it would be you and your best friend playing some Gears ranked, but you didn't really end up wanting to go in game chat because you'd miss out on the other people speaking and all of the fun and all of the banter that was in the lobby. So it was an option, but nobody really did it. And when you died, you couldn't spectate around the cameras, so once you died, you weren't really getting any information anyway, so it was better to just be in game chat, and then when you died you could talk to the enemy team. You might shit talk the enemy team, you might give them some stick, you might say, yo, meet me at snipe, I'm gonna absolutely body you. You might just think, you know, this guy's a bit of an idiot, you know, you might have an opinion, or you might just be earwigging and listening into some other people having a conversation. And I miss that culture of everybody speaking to each other. It's very much gone completely from gaming in general. There aren't many games left where lobbies are full. Counter-Strike maybe is the only one, and that's not even the same. So that's the first thing I really miss, is just that culture of game chat. The second is just the overall gameplay of execution, and the idea of sort of you had these vendettas in the game, and because maybe the community was smaller, or maybe you searched similar settings, like you found somebody that always played 15-3 Mansion, you ended up playing against them a bit, you got to know people's playstyles, you got to know where they went, and you just went to different sort of areas in the map based on who you were playing. There was like this mind game and there was this mental game in Gears that I haven't yet seen apparent in the future iterations of the franchise. It was really fun to think, oh, I'm against Pranksky. Pranksky's a ranked sniper, he absolutely domes everybody, so I'm going to go high side and I'm going to go challenge him. Or I'm against Mr. Mayday. Mr. Mayday's the guy that always pushes boom shot, I'm going to try challenge him at boom shot and stuff like that. And it was just a really, really fun time where everybody was trying to improve and get better. The franchise was new, and literally everybody that played the game wanted to get better. There was no tool really in the game that made it an easy kill. Even the frag tag kills were difficult to get. Shout out to Green Jedi James. You know, there was very, very few easy kills that were available to you, so every kill felt memorable. Body shots weren't hugely common, they were more about downs and picking people off and strafing. So when you got a body and you got that exhilaration of the blood and everything and the explosion, it was brilliant. And again, it's something that's not really been matched for me, so I miss that whole having friends and foes in the lobby and having different playstyles based on who you're playing. These days it's kind of a one size fits all, and it's a bit generic, and I don't really enjoy it. I guess the third thing that brings me onto that is the snipers. The sniper and boom shot. To me, that's what Gears of War is. It's shotgun, sniper, boom. Maybe it's because I played MLG settings and we swapped the Hammer of Dawn for the boom shot, But for me, I miss the fact that every single map pretty much had a snipe out on it, and that was something unique to Gears. It was a third-person game where the snipers would try and make the pick, whether it be an active down in the clan match, or try and get the headshot on a guy sliding a weapon. It was always like you were like the man. It was a team game, but you had an opportunity to sort of step up and be the man in the lobby and dominate and try and be the difference, the showstopper. And it was just really, really fun to load into a map, bullet marsh, snipe out, canals, snipe out. There was War Machine, wasn't a snipe out, but it was snipe v talk. Tyro Station, it was talk v talk, and there was all of these battles that go on. Vaskar has this slightly with snipe v snipe, but even that, there is a slight discrepancy in who picks up the sniper first, which makes it more difficult. But all in all, the whole snipe v snipe situation was a really big thing, and obviously there was like no aim assist in the game, so it was really, really memorable to land big shots. And I do miss that. I miss that whole battle that went on. It was very much an arcade shooter based on Counter-Strike. So you picked the gun up, you tried to win your battles, and if you couldn't win the battles, you tried to maneuver the team around the sort of map in a way to really sort of push them into a zone they didn't want to be in. And maybe you were down a man, maybe you were down a power weapon, but you tried to maneuver around the map in a smart way. There was no spotting, you couldn't be spotted, you could sort of sneak around. Footsteps weren't as loud, there was no metal terminators running on tin, and it was just a brilliant time. And you know, Gears for me it's never really got that excitement. I enjoy moments for it. There are fleeting moments where for an hour, maybe 2 hours, maybe a day, maybe like the odd game, it really brings it back, and I really truly like, my mind goes away from balance and all of the things that have changed in the game, and I just sit and enjoy it and I play it. But that's difficult to do. So what I liked as well in Gears was the fact that the Lancer was very much a support weapon. If somebody was full red, the Lancer was just a support weapon, and it was there to aid somebody that was in a shotgun fight, and it was very difficult to land bullets across the maps, sometimes even impossible off host. And that allowed shotgun battles to sort of breathe and happen. And with the less gib range, with the slight more range from a distance, you could pick and snipe people and strafe around. And you could just get some really, really intense shotgun fights that I haven't really experienced since. An example of this is playing on screen now. I recently just played in a Gears of War 1 PC lobby, and even this shotgun fight that happened in Ravendown was a lot more memorable than 99% of shotgun fights that happen in Gears 5. And that just happens because of the movement, the little mind games that people have built up over the years, and it's just a really enjoyable game. Now, I'm not sitting here and saying we should remake Gears 1 PC and leave it at that, because I've played Gears 1 PC and it's not perfect. But there are a lot of things I miss, and there are a lot of things that can't come back. The game chat culture, the whole only playing for fun and only playing to get better, that's not really going to come back. Everybody's playing for elo systems, everybody's playing for rank, which just creates this unfun environment where, you know, like FaZe Ugly God has to stand still there because he knows he's not going to clutch it 2v1. It's basically impossible in the current state of the game to do any sort of exciting clutches. But this video isn't a video just to sit and bash Gears 5. It's not about that. It's more about celebrating the fact that, like, people can come together and just have a sort of like instant connection because of Gears 1. Like, Gears 1 was a really, really important game to me, and I'm sure many others, and it holds it holds like a high place in my memory as just like a superb game. And again, I know I keep banging on about it, but it was just damn fun. Shotgun battles, snipe outs, incredible maps. Like, the maps were just very, very straight up honest maps. There was no respawn game modes. I didn't have to worry about is a guy spawning behind me. The weapons weren't timed for me, so that was an element of skill. I had to time the weapons myself, and some people didn't do it, and that gave you an opportunity to pick up the boom shot for free. Some people did it, and then that made a little you had to contest it. Nowadays you can spot people, the weapons are timed for you, there's aim assist, There's bullets slow people down. And on top of everything, there's 5 people. Gears to me has always been a 4v4 game. But when you add the 5th player in, there's too many angles that can be covered, and too many sort of opportunities are shut down due to those extra angles, those extra bullets. And the maps are very vertical, so that extra guy often goes up top and lances you down, which just creates havoc, and it's really difficult to get any sort of flow going. But yeah, I just wanted to say a thanks to Ugly God for playing and getting me in a lobby with people like Tristan, etc., and just having a good old time. I really did enjoy playing the games. It was like the old time, you know, you're just playing with four people, trying to hop on some execution, trying to make some plays, trying to have some fun. And it was just a good old blast. Really good chunk of fun. And it's been a while since I've experienced that. So yeah, thanks for that. Overall, look, Gears 5 isn't perfect. It's not the worst game you're ever going to play in your lifetime, and it's not the best PvP game you're ever going to play in your lifetime. I'm really hoping it can improve, and I'm really hoping this new movement system that Node is talking about really does take it to the next level. The next level for me is strafing, moving, a little bit faster pace, and honestly just getting rid of stopping power completely and then seeing how that feels on the Lancer. Then if the Lancer still feels super oppressive when multiple people shoot at you, then maybe try chop the game into 4v4. I don't think there's many people running 5-man stacks, so maybe ranked could just be 4v4. I'd very much enjoy that. I don't know if they'll do that, but that would also create more games, more lobbies, less search time. You know, you don't have to find 10 people, suddenly you have to find 8. And it would just be a really good time, I think, doing 4v4s like the old days. And I don't want this to sound like bring back the old days. That's not what I want this to sound like. I just want to celebrate the fact that the game was really good. There's a lot of us that really do appreciate the people that made Gears 1, the maps, and the enjoyment it brought us, and we're still talking about it today, so it must have been a pretty special game. Gears 5, again, I have my fun moments. Last night I played escape mode, played it for like 4 hours, and I did have a really good enjoyment. But does it bring back that heart-thumping exhilaration when you're trying to clutch it? You've got the sniper, it's a 3v1, and you're thinking to yourself, I can definitely rock one of these with the snipe, and then I can make it a 2v1, and with a 2v1 in Gears 1, anything's possible. I can pull this out of the bag, definitely. If you're in a 3v1 on Gears 5, I don't feel that exhilaration. In fact, I feel like I'm going to have to try pull off a miracle here if this is going to happen. So I guess that's it. That's my little clout game, playing with some top players, playing with Ugly God, and just reminiscing and celebrating Gears 1 and just the community in general. Listen, it takes a special game for somebody to blow up and become like a rapper and, you know, reach high fame and just still be able to reach out to somebody like me with like no viewership and be able to go, yo, I really enjoyed your video talking about Gears 1. Do you want to play some games together? Let's hop on. Let's play some Gears. Like, that takes a humble person. That takes a guy that loves his Gears, and anybody that loves his Gears is a good friend of mine, you know. So there it is. That was my little clout game. Hopefully you enjoyed. Nothing too major in the video. Just wanted to have a quick chat with you and give you a little catch up, because yeah, I've been playing the game a little bit regularly. I haven't been posting too many gameplays of it, but I've been playing and it's slowly improving. Let's see if it can keep up and improve. So thanks very much for watching. If you're enjoying this, give it a thumbs up. If you want to go a step further and support the content, we are 87% towards our content goal, which is how we support the channel for the month's content. So if you've enjoyed it, do feel free to like and comment. If you want to go a step further, you can Twitch Prime, or you can, you know, donate directly to support the sort of time and effort I put into the channel. I'm just trying to help the game. I'm not anything special. I just have an opinion on how I'd like to see the game be played out. I have a experience that maybe many other people don't. You know, I played for a long time when it was in its prime in Gears 1. You know, many of the developer team haven't played Gears 1, so maybe I can give a little sprinkle, a little bit of Salt Bay information. But there it is. That was my Clout game. Had some good fun, had some good moments. I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks very much.